like that's a very Sharia compliant way of doing things. However, the interest still accumulated, right?
Yeah.
But they didn't take your home from you, okay? In Islam, if you can't make a payment, that's when the clock stops.
Interesting.
You can't keep the profit accruing, right? And even when it comes to certain fees that are in place, administrative fees, it has to be based on the cost of your operations, not based on, taking advantage of this person and knowing that, you know what, they're going to sell the home, they're going to make lots of money. How much can we take from that profit, right? Like let's say you defaulted on a payment. The bank may say, okay, for every defaulted payment, we're going to charge you $150 plus NSF fees. Okay, I understand the NSF fees because that's a flow through. It comes from the other bank. But why are you charging $150? Does it cost you $150 to administer this, like to send a letter to the client to say you missed a payment? Not really, right? It's what it is a deterrent, right? For us, maybe the and not even for us, for them, maybe the true cost is $20, right? So okay, charge them $20. Now people argue, well, what if somebody takes advantage of that? They'll just continually miss payments.
Yeah.
Right. That's fine. Charge the 150, but the 130 difference that you tried to make in profit, that has to go to charity. Mm-hmm. So this is how you avoid the moral hazard, right?
I see. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very interesting. So I guess switching gears a little bit, I know that I believe Manzil is the first AOFI certified Islamic finance institution in Canada.
Mm-hmm.
How does that process look like in terms of their auditing and is that a continuous process? Are they continuously involved? And how did that look like?
Yeah. So for those that don't know, AOFI, which stands for the Accounting and Auditing Organization for Islamic Financial Institutions, this is a governing body, a standard body that is based out of Bahrain, regulated by the Central Bank of Bahrain. And every Islamic bank is either a member of that organization or an associate member. And, sometimes they sit on boards for particular categories, right? Alhamdulillah, Menzel became the first AOFI member out of Canada, okay? And because we wanted to create a standard or adhere to a standard that every other bank was adhering to, which is the gold standard, right? And that was like, even when we started out in Canada, people didn't know what AOFI was. We were educating them on AOFI and the reason why we kind of went with this standard. They're not a certification body, okay? So they don't come in and audit you, but they do have rules, right, that you have to adhere to. So what are the rules? You have to have a minimum 3-member Sharia board, right, of CSAAs, which is Certified Sharia Auditors and Advisors from AOFI, right? So they would have had to have taken the course to become a CSAA, right? So 3, minimum. Then you have to have internal advisors and internal audit, and external advisors and external audit, okay? So this is more of a self-regulating or a self-governing practice. They ask us to maintain that in order for us to maintain our status with AOFI, right? So every year they ask us, okay, show us, your internal audit, your external audit, your Sharia Advisory Board to ensure that, those that framework is still in place within our organization so that we can continue to become a member. Okay. And when it comes to the CSAA, so the Certified Sharia Auditor and Advisor, Menzel has the most, if not all, of the ones that are certified in Canada. So alhamdulillah.
That's
right?
good, mashallah, yeah.
Yeah.
Is that
We're leading the charge on that.
That's awesome. Is that so? Are they continuously like once a year, once every few months? When do they do their audits? How does that work? Their auditing process?
We time it similar to when we do our Canadian audit, right? So
Okay.
which is now.